In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you details of a top-ranked AI dividend-paying stock, which is up approximately 114% in 2025 and has in great momentum and has got surging AI demand and a significant number of catalysts. So in MMTLP, we're going to be asking the question, would you accept settlement at a loss, and other legal updates? So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the markets. From Reuters, we can see here stocks Bitcoin are edging up as investors are banking on a Fed rate cut in 2025, which I think is going to be more than an 80% chance from Yahoo Finance. We can see Wall Street 2026 forecasts are now rolling in, and some are seeing the S&P 500 hitting 8,000. So hopefully that is true. And from Wall Street Journal, we can see there is a rebounding global tech stocks that is extending, and obviously the US markets were closed today, but the markets in Asia were certainly very, very positive. And market news shared in the Discord, we can see from Tom Lee, he states here, we are setting up for a really strong rally into the year end. So I am hopeful of a good finish to 2025. And what I'd now like to draw your attention is my video from 8 days ago on Google. Go ahead and check that out, where I reviewed the $1 trillion AI investment, Gemini 3, and also called out Google as a significant stock with a number of catalysts to be aware of. So great news. And in terms of Google, was just shared a couple of days ago, and that was with regard to Meta. So Meta are now considering using Google TPUs for the data centers, a multi-billion-dollar shift if or when this happens. And I think what I'd like to now share with you is the impact on the chart for Alphabet and also for Nvidia. And Nvidia shares at that time of that news were down approximately 4%, and Alphabet was up over 4%. So Alphabet has been reaching all-time highs and also crossed the $330 mark. So I do expect Alphabet to potentially hit $500 within 12 to 18 months. Before we get started, I'd like to take 1 minute of your time to share more details about the Trading Secrets Discord. And once you join, you'll get access to our daily stock alerts, the weekly watch list shared prior to trading on the Monday, also the $1 million challenge, and much more. And for some of the members, I also share my buy and sell alerts live. These include swing trades, and they also include long-term holds. In terms of the weekly watch list, these are our calls that are also recorded weekly with some tremendous returns, including LAES up over 152%, RUM up over 51%, and many more. But obviously not all calls are successful. We've had a $2,000 Discord update, and this includes live breaking news. It also includes why a stock is moving, analyst rating, FDA news, halt stack pools, and much more to help in your trading decisions. We have a new top ranked stocks DD channel with well over 30 stocks now for number one rated buy stocks. And finally, you can also join us in the famous $1 million challenge, where we use compound return investing, looking at 201 trades with a return of 3.5%. I'd like to now share details of a top-ranked AI stock currently up over 114% in 2025, and also a dividend-paying stock. This is also a stock that was featured in our top-ranked stocks DD channel in the Discord, exclusively shared with the members with a PDF report. So if you would like to get over 30 top-ranked stocks, first of all, including other stocks such as Western Digital Corporation, WDC, and Kinross Gold, and many others. So details of this stock are ticker symbol LRCX, also known as LAM Research. So in terms of a company profile and what we stated here, this is a top-ranked strong buy stock. It is a company that designs, manufactures, and markets, refurbishes, and services semiconductor processing equipment used in the fabrication and of integrated circuits. And the company also offers an ALTA system to deposit conformal films for tungsten metallization applications, and is also involved with the Sabre electrochemical deposition products for copper interconnection transition, and also offers copper domestic manufacturing. So the company certainly has some exclusive areas that it is involved in, which are quite unique to it. And so let's have a look at the chart for 2025. We can see the stock is up a very impressive 114.79%, currently trading at $155.14, and on the previous days of trading it was up over 2.1%. It's got a market cap of 194.86 billion, revenue just in excess of 19 billion, and it is a profit-making stock with net income just in excess of $5.8 billion. So also a dividend paying stock, and an exceptional dividend of approximately 0.67%. And a date for your diary is the next dividend date of December the 3rd. So keep an eye out on that. So still a great opportunity to get into this to obviously qualify for the next dividend. So let's have a look at a recent article here from Money Markets, and we can see the question here: why is Lam Research stock surging? So we're going to look at that. So the stock has more than doubled in 2025. We have seen that, and one of the key reasons for that is strong growth in the semiconductor equipment demand, and this is tied to AI chip production as well as advanced semiconductor technologies. But let's break down some of the key reasons for this and why the catalysts are driving this stock forward. So first of all, in terms of revenue, this is a 26% increase in the previous earnings. We've also had a 14% improvement in net margin, 34% increase in the PE multiple. So obviously this was demonstrated in the recent earnings results, which are very, very strong. We know there's a strong AI demand, and this is certainly increasing exponentially. In terms of the outlook, that is being raised. In terms of the 2025 Q1, Q3 earnings, the company also consistently exceeded the earnings per share analyst revenue projections. So it is doing exceptionally well in beating of earnings. But what I'd now like to share with you is a snippet of the report from our Stock DD channel, and this was covering the area of economic moats. So I identified 3 areas here in terms of the company, and that is counter positioning, scale economies, and also switching costs. So the company is focusing on deposition and tech areas of core product differentiation, and it plays a critical role in enabling high performance and more scalable semiconductor devices required for AI. In terms of the scale economies, obviously record revenues currently at 5.3 billion in the first quarter of 2026 is expected, with a gross margin of just in excess of 50%. And what I'd now like to share with you is details of some future growth drivers as well as risk factors to be aware of. So obviously the biggest future growth driver is going to be the AI demand, and that is for the CPUs, high bandwidth memory, high speed storage, and obviously Lam's deposition and technologies, creating billions of dollars in served available market expansion, is certainly serving it well. So the company also has advanced packaging, and this is emerging as a scalable solution for integrating larger chips. So certainly positive there. They also have a leading edge foundry and logic, and this is demonstrated with continued strength in leading edge foundry logic and DRAM as well, which is also supported by the AI demand. They also have NAND upgrade spending, and this is benefiting the company with contributing to the robust equipment spending in the company here. So all of these catalysts and future growth drivers are certainly looking very, very positive. So in terms of some of the risk factors to be aware of, obviously there are potentially rapid technological changes, and things could certainly move. Intense competition in the area, but I think Lam is certainly well positioned. In terms of customer selection, that could be potentially sticky, and obviously customer satisfaction is certainly very, very important and challenging. So the semiconductor industry cyclicality, obviously we've seen the news with regard to Google and the impact on Nvidia, so it's also something that the company will need to continue updating and developing. And I think the other key risk is the China impact, and obviously we know in terms of revenues, approximately $600 million in revenues is expected from their China area, and that will always be a risk, but certainly overall positive. So I'm going to finish off by sharing a conclusion on this. So certainly I do believe this is a good investment, and I would also potentially look at a pullback closer to the $140 mark, certainly for long-term holders. The balance sheet is certainly rock solid. The revenue growth is very, very good, and there is a good run up in 2025. So arguably we could look at this as potentially overvalued, but I think for a long-term investment, if you do get in, certainly consider dollar cost averaging, and I will look at a potential entry $140 or below. And again, obviously please seek financial advice before making any investment. Let's have a look at the latest updates for MMTLPs. First shout out is to KCAP, who's providing a legal update in Kelly versus FINRA, and it states here a retail investor is challenging FINRA's claim of absolute immunity for the MMTLP fiasco on the trading halt, and Kelly is arguing that FINRA acted outside its authority, violated the due process and principles, and triggered massive investor harm. I think that there are some strong arguments for that, and the judge is now deciding whether FINRA can be sued, and a ruling certainly could reshape the FINRA power. And if we have a look at the filing here in the United States District Court, District of Nevada, Kelly versus FINRA, and it states that the defendant, FINRA, is looking to request that the court extend the time for FINRA to file its reply. So that certainly indicates that FINRA are going to take the time. They're going to obviously give a significant reply to this, because I think the intention is to protect their immunity, and that's what they will try to do. And the next post from KCAP you can see here is with regard to also MMAT, and it states the attorney billing summary and detailed summary exhibits from the Trustees Council are looking to show $5.9 million paid to creditors, and with as much as $8.2 million which appears to have benefited insiders during the 1 year period prior to the petition. So highlighted in the filing here in yellow, we can see here underlined benefited insiders. So whoever was inside in terms of the metamaterials board, it looks like they did get some significant payouts. And from Bobby Trades, he states here, filing just drops the metamaterials bankruptcy, $8.2 million paid to insiders right before they pulled the plug. So certainly very convenient. Zero revenue in 2024, but somehow millions still walked out the door. So how is that justified? And we will have to see how that develops. But what I'd now like to provide is an update on fires from Curtis. He states the SEC fire branch office is going to be back at work, and we're looking at, from Junk Savvy, stating here 2 more on the way and 6 in the pipeline, and all of them past the 30-day deadline. So hopefully we will get an update on that soon. Finally, what Bookie Buckaroo Ski has stated here, in terms of settlement, any settlement of MMTP less than $1 a day per share is a loss in his opinion, and I think that would be a loss in almost every single investor's opinion, and certainly that is not a figure that anybody would be talking about. And finally, if you would like to get a copy of our weekly watch list as well as a copy of the daily stock alerts, and get access to all the due diligence reports on top ranked stocks, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.